news. Oyo Commissioner joins #EndSARS Memorial Day. Well, this is really getting interesting. If you ask me, if the commissioner of Oyo himself can actually join EndSARS Memorial Day, then who are we not to also get ourselves involved? Anyways, we have to pray for the souls of the departed to rest in peace. But in other words, if we are going to say the reality or say the truth, how can they so rest in peace when justice have not even been let out for them? All those people that killed them, all those soldiers that fire gun on EndSARS Day that took the souls of many youths up till now are still roaming freely. Nothing has been done about it. So how do you expect the souls of those people to rest in peace? Well, Seun Fakorede, Commissioner for Youth and Sports, Oyo State, on Wednesday joined the EndSARS Memorial online. Fakorede says, although he is a politician who would continue to be on the side of the people, in October 2020, young people across Nigeria took to the street calling for disbanding an abusive police until known as the Special Anti-Robbery Squad (SARS) and for ending brutality in a movement tagged EndSARS. Security force responded with excessive force, including gunfire, which resulted in death and serious injuries. One of the worst crackdowns was at the Lekki toll gate in Lagos on October 20, 2020, when army officers arrived in about 5 trucks and surrounded a large group of protesters holding a peaceful sit-in. The soldiers trapped the protesters using a tactic known as kettling, then fire in the air and at the crowd. Kettling is a method of confinement used by security force to trap a crowd of people in a specific space. After the soldiers left, police officers arrived and, according to multiple witnesses, began shooting at protesters who had not managed to flee. Witnesses described as a gruesome scene with bloodied, lifeless bodies on the ground and many others with gunshot wounds whom they tried to rush to hospitals. Asiwaju Seun Fakorede, in his own words, "We will never forget, we will never be silent, not today, not ever. The voice of the Nigerian youth is strongest together. Remember, there is silence next time they ask for your vote." Yes, I am a politician and a public servant. I am not a coward. To Jimoh Isiaq and the many lives lost to this struggle, keep resting in peace. We will get justice. We will all win. We shall overcome someday. Amandla Awetu, nothing shall discourage us. EndSARS and police brutality. Hashtag Nigerians shall rise again. Hashtag Sorosoke. We will never forget, we will never be silenced. Not today, not ever. The voice of Nigerian youth is strongest together. Remember, there is silence next time. Remember, they are silent next time they ask for your vote. Yes, I am a politician, a public servant. I am not a coward. Did you hear that? He said we should remember they are silent next time they ask for our votes. Tojimo Isiaq and the many lives lost to this struggle, keep resting in peace. We will get justice. We will win. We shall overcome someday. Nothing shall discourage us. And police brutality. Hashtag Nigeria shall rise again. Hashtag Sorosoke was the words he wrote in his Facebook page. Well, if you ask me, I think what he said is right, and the word I catch mostly of all the things he said is the word he said, we should remember their silence. He's talking about all these crazy, evil, wicked politicians who has no heart, who has no feelings for humanity. They are the ones he's talking about, that we should remember their silence when they ask for our vote. Because them not saying anything now, and for the lives of those innocent youths that were gruesomely murdered. We should all remember all of this. And as for the families of those who lost their children, I know up to date they still feel it like yesterday. So we all will never forget those who were bold enough to go out on that very day, October 20, 2020. We will never forget that day at all because we could remember it like yesterday. Souls of many were lost on that day. So we will never ever forget. As far as the Memorial Day is concerned, the whole scene is moving on, and Nigerian youth are dead serious. They said that they will never let those people rest in peace. They will never allow those politicians to rest since they were the ones responsible for the souls of the lost youth. Well, anyways, we all know that Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Sanwo-Olu, Nigerian youth, or should I rather say Lagosians, have not forgotten what they have done, and I don't think they will ever forgive them for the souls lost on that day, for the little of little the things they did, of more they have damaged. Nigerians will never forget, and Lagosians will never forget that day, and especially the families who lost their children on that day will never ever forget this. So many atrocities was committed on that very day against humanity and against Nigerians, for the fact that those innocent protesters were not even being violent. It was a peaceful protest. They were not fighting and they were not doing things to hurt anybody. But what did we get from the Nigerian government? We got gunshots. The Nigerian army that are supposed to protect the people, supposed to protect the lives of the innocent, were the same army that was dispatched to go and start killing the innocent that day is a day so many of us will never ever forget. Just imagine that. And as if that was not enough, all for what? Those people were not doing anything, they were only just protesting. So many Nigerian youths, some of them were NYS students, and they didn't even fear God or humanity. They never had that in them. They allowed those people to be killed for no reason. All for what? All because they were fighting and asking for their rights. And now that everything has been the way it is, okay, fine. Now the police are talking about releasing SARS again to the streets. The same SARS that was the cause of this problem. Just imagine how irony this life really is and the kind of country we are in. So everybody really needs to be careful and watchful of themselves, because Nigeria is a devilish state. But you can go to the comment section and share your take on this article. Thanks for listening.